Hello folks, Ram Ramji. Well, I'm back again. I know I wasn't here last week, not quite fully on, I suppose. But we're back, and a lot has happened in that week, especially a very strange occurrence. Why was Baba Siddique murdered in cold blood by a bunch of shooters? Now, this man is a close friend of Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan. So, why Baba Siddique? You see, this scenario reminds me of something which I came across a long time ago. How many people have heard of the Mina cover-up in the US? Just think a little. This is something which happened in the state of Arkansas in the US. Now, Arkansas is a little significant because who was the governor of Arkansas before becoming president of the USA? None other than our old friend, Mr. Bill Clinton. Mina is an Air Force base quite close to the Arkansas state capital. And this particular base was used by the CIA in the early 1990s, mid-1990s also. You see, the US government had curtailed CIA funds to get more money for their own escapades, especially covert actions. The CIA resorted to smuggling into the US and the sale of drugs through this Air Force base. Now, this Air Force base was a two-way thing. They smuggled in drugs from places like Colombia and so on, and they smuggled out weapons via Colombia to places like Nicaragua, Salvador, and such places. But it was also known for the trafficking of young girls, 12, 13, 14-year-old girls, or child trafficking as it was known. And who was the how shall I put it, governmental suspect? Is said to be none other than one Hillary Clinton. Now, obviously, it didn't get beyond the full investigating stage. But this is where the deep state came in. And this is where they have a big hold over the Clintons. Both of them, Hillary and Bill Clinton. Now, see, the thing is, in many states in the US, this might apply, but it may be possible that Arkansas is one of those states where the age of consent for young girls was only 12 or 13, which goes back to what they call frontier law of the 1850s and 60s, where a girl of 13 or 12 or 12 and a half could marry any man she wanted and go off with him without even consulting her parents. It was legal and recognized. And I think it was still pretty low in a lot of states in the US at the time. So they cannot call it trafficking technically, unless you look at it on a broader scale. That look, any girl above 16 is considered a minor. Investigations stop short of full indictment or punishment or or guilty or not guilty verdicts. Now, this is what seems to be happening here. Now, instead of using a US agency, be it a state governor or anything like this, this is the CIA using people like Pannu and the Khalistanis based in Canada, and gangsters like Goldie Brar, well known among Indian police for their nefarious activities. And the murder of Baba seems to be a warning, a threat, and a change of guard. For what? The same thing. Think 562 kilos of heroin, Colombian cocaine found in a warehouse in Delhi. What was it? Mr. Tushar Goel, former Congress high-up or activist. Then another 208 kilos found in Madhya Pradesh. Now another 518 kilos found in Gujarat, in Ankleshwar. That's 1.3 tons of heroin. Cocaine. Grade A Colombian cocaine. Now, whom do we know is associated with that Colombian cocaine in this part of the world? Remember Manipur? Cookies and Myanmaris growing and smuggling heroin into India via Manipur and Bangladesh. Your old friend George Soros. Who else is associated with him? Remember September 2001, just after 9/11? 10 or 12 days later, Rahul Gandhi is found. Boston Airport, I think something like $200,000 US in his handbag, cash. His Colombian girlfriend on his arm. Reported to have been the daughter of one of the drug mafia bosses in Colombia. It begins to add up. Who are the other two co-chairpersons of George Soros' forum? 1994. Aung San Suu Kyi, Myanmar. Sonia Gandhi, India. So that connection has been there for a long time. Now, instead of it coming through the US or the West Indies or Colombia directly, or even Afghanistan, it's now coming via Khalistanis. The CIA is using Pannu, people like Goldie Brar, for the gangster hard, the hard shell stuff, or the fear of the devil, if you like. And what else are they doing? They have Canadian protection through Justin Trudeau. He is known to be anti-India and pro-Khalistani. Why? Why does he want Khalistanis to take over in India? Is he afraid that they might form a Khalistan and take over Canada? So he's trying to push them here. But the thing is, why would they pick on Bishnoi, Lawrence Bishnoi, who's in jail in India, and Goldie Brar, who is his sworn enemy? Well, enemies have become friends. In politics, well, you have strange bedfellows. We know that. So now it is possible they're working together. And why Bishnoi? This is the small end, or the beginning, of telling Dawood Ibrahim and such people who have been looking after or running the drugs trade via Bollywood. This is known. The undercurrents have been there for decades. Now, remember, Salman Khan has had quite few death threats, again from Bishnoi. But he's in jail. But he's still in touch with his gang. So he can run his operation while still in jail. To use the Bishnoi gang takes the heat off the Khalistanis. No, we didn't do it. It was him. But somebody's priming him from behind. First, frighten off Dawood Ibrahim and his contacts here. How? The Maharashtra government contact or the cover agent, the one who provides governmental protection. Remember, it's been kept very, very, very low key. All investigations into it. This time, the governmental protection has been taken out. Clear warning to the drug cartel or drug contacts in Bollywood, in Mumbai. We're taking over. Get out of the way. Now you see 1.3 tons of grade A Colombian cocaine. Where is it going? Who is being targeted? University students, concerts, all these foreign concerts, the artists who are coming? Or is it school kids? I mean, George Soros is leaving no stone unturned to destroy India totally. Remember, Rahul Gandhi was in US along with people like Stalin, Kumaraswamy, all at the same time 2 months ago? Why? What was being hatched? Was it this? That they're going to make India hollow or our youth totally destroyed, fit for nothing? Because they don't want India to come up. Having done that, they then want all these, I call them Mir Jafars or Jaychans. And who are they? They're people like Arvind Kejriwal, Akhilesh Yadav, M.K. Stalin, and Udaynithi Stalin, Kumaraswamy, and your great friend Rahul Gandhi. All these are in cahoots with those guys over there, trying to destroy India. It's the only way people like Rahul Gandhi can be Prime Minister. And of course, once he becomes Prime Minister, he's going to destroy India totally. Because he will be their puppet. They will tell him what to do and he'll have to do it or else. Now you're beginning to understand that this is not a small matter. It's the first shot in a very, very big game. The takeover of India. You remember I said this last year. Operation Takeover India. You know, remember when the first Hindenburg report came out? George Soros? Here it is. In Canada, Trudeau provides the protection. The drug mafia, the CIA operates through there, through Khalistanis, who are now hand in glove with the Bishnois and the Bishnoi gang. Salman Khan in some way would be involved in this. Apparently, the shooting of Blackbuck. But is that all? Just think about it. Because this is no longer a small matter. This is the foreign hand coming in. You remember what I said earlier? The foreign hand is not just the straight CIA and the regime change, but this is the other underhanded or underworld destruction of India. Ready for the foreign hand to take over after a regime change. So folks, I'm not going to say any more. I've explained to you what this might be. And if I'm right, believe me, this country is going to have a lot to get out of. You have to understand, every one of us has to understand, that we must not allow this to happen. We've got to pull out all the stops and ensure that these drug busts, the Khalistanis, and the drug mafia, whether it's from the Western Front, meaning George Soros and Gujarat and via Pakistan, via Khalistanis, as well as the drugs coming in from the East, meaning Myanmar, Manipur, Bangladesh or Nepal, all designed to destroy India. But it takes a pretty nasty and a very mean bunch of people from the outside to try and do this to us, and an even worse bunch of monsters within our own ranks who are trying to destroy us simply because they have a very nasty thirst for power. Now, I'm not going to say any more on this. Maybe in a subsequent episode, we'll bring them all together. See this one along with the other two, and you'll begin to get the picture. The government cover-up, the Khalistanis, the protection given by Trudeau, the CIA, and Pannu working from the US. It's not an idle thing I've thrown at you. It's serious. Well, folks, I won't say any more. Just think about this, spread it around, get people to understand what the hell is happening. It's not nice, and it's up to us to stop it. So please spread this around. Ask your friends to see it, your groups and everybody else. Because the more of us that are aware of this, the better informed we will be, a better position we will be to try and stop it. Ciao.